Have you ever thought about starting your own women's wine club? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to dive into. And let me tell you, it's about so much more than just what's in the glass. It's really about creating a community, building real friendships, and sharing a passion together. You know, in our crazy, busy lives, it can be really tough to find those moments of genuine connection. So if you're looking for a way to dive into your interests and build some truly lasting bonds, a wine club might just be the perfect thing you're searching for. All right, so let's get into the why. What is the real power behind a wine club, or a confraria, as it's so beautifully called? It's something that goes so much deeper than just tasting wine. Just think for a second about what a group like this really creates. It's a totally safe space, a place for empowerment and that feeling of sisterhood where everyone can feel comfortable sharing their thoughts. It becomes this amazing way to deepen your knowledge together, to really develop your palate, and just expand your horizons. But at the very heart of it all, it's about genuine friendship and connection. And honestly, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? A space of female empowerment where the passion for wine unites with the strength of friendship. I mean, that is the whole idea right there, the beautiful purpose behind it all. Okay, that all sounds pretty amazing, right? But how do you actually take this idea from just a dream to your very first meeting? Let's break down the first few steps, because I promise it's way simpler than you might think. The absolute key is finding people who share that same enthusiasm and curiosity. You can start with friends or colleagues who you know are interested, or think about people you've met at tasting events. You could even connect with some like-minded women in online groups that are all about wine. Getting started really just boils down to 4 simple steps. First, obviously, send out those invites. Then, pick a comfortable, cozy spot. Someone's home is honestly perfect for this. It also helps to have a little theme in mind, maybe something like wines from a specific region. And finally, you can figure out any ground rules together, as a group. Now, this is so important. The first meeting is all about the atmosphere. Forget about any rigid rules or protocols. The real goal is just to create a relaxed, informal space where everyone feels totally welcome and ready to share. So, once your club is up and running, that's when the real adventure begins. This is where you all get to dive headfirst into the endlessly fascinating world of wine, turning every single meeting into a brand new discovery. And the possibilities here are, well, they're endless. You could dedicate a whole night to the wines of Tuscany, or explore all the different ways a single grape like Pinot Noir can taste. You could have a blast with food pairings, or even challenge your senses with a fun blind tasting. And as you explore, you're going to learn some really cool concepts. For instance, there's a vertical tasting. That's where you try the same wine, but from different years or vintages to see how it's evolved. Then there's a horizontal tasting, where you compare different wines from the same year. It's a great way to understand how different winemakers or regions can have their own unique style. You'll also dig into these amazing core ideas, like terroir. It's this beautiful French term that basically covers everything about a region's environment. We're talking the soil, the climate, the landscape, even the local traditions. All the things that give a wine its one-of-a-kind personality. It's the magic that makes a wine from one place taste completely different from another, even if it's the exact same grape. So, after all the learning, and the exploring, and of course the tasting, what's the biggest takeaway? Well, it all comes right back to where we started. Because at the end of the day, that is what this is all about. A women's wine club is so much more than just wine. It truly is a celebration of friendship, of shared moments, and of the powerful connections that we build together. So I'll leave you with just one final question to think about. As you start to imagine your own club, surrounded by laughter and all these new discoveries, who are the people you would invite for that very first toast?